Consider for a moment stepping into a world where the qualities that ignite a man's desire are often regarded as forbidden or taboo. What if the key to captivating his attention lies not in conforming to societal expectations, but in unapologetically embodying your true self? The dynamics of attraction can be both complex and fascinating, much like a river that flows in unpredictable patterns. Often, we find ourselves entangled in the currents of reality, waiting for a text message or a call from him, as if our worth hinges on his acknowledgement. But here's a thought-provoking twist. What if, by prioritizing our own desires, we become the enchanting figures that draw him in like a moth to a flame? Consider your daily life. How often do you find yourself putting your own interests on the back burner while waiting for him to make the first move? This scenario plays out in countless relationships where the subconscious belief takes hold that showing too much independence might diminish his interest. But what if embracing your independence actually enhances your allure? Imagine carving out precious moments for yourself, visiting a new exhibit that sparks your creativity, going for a nature walk, or attending that intriguing workshop you've had your eye on. These choices project a sense of self-fulfillment that is naturally captivating. When you genuinely value your own life and passions, you position yourself as someone he cannot ignore. You see, this narrative flips conventional thinking on its head. Instead of seeking validation from him, you begin to generate your own energy, radiating self-confidence. Think of it as planting seeds in a garden. When you nurture your own interests, hobbies, and friendships, you cultivate a rich and vibrant environment from which attraction can flourish. As Alan Watts often reminds us, the essence of life is about participation, not mere observation. When you leap into the dance of life on your own terms, you inadvertently invite him to join the rhythm you've established. Pause for a moment. What desires remain hidden within him when you actively prioritize your personal journey? The truth is, by embodying your authentic self and pursuing your own interests, you may awaken a longing within him to discover more about what makes you unique. Your choice to lead your life with independence may even elicit feelings of admiration and respect, encouraging him to seek a deeper understanding of you beyond the surface. Consider this. The sparkle in your eyes when you talk about your passions has the power to ignite curiosity within him. Picture a scenario in which you share a glimpse of your world, a spontaneous road trip you took on a whim, a new recipe you mastered, or a book that has radically altered your perspective. Each of these stories reveals layers of depth to your character that are not soon forgotten. Suddenly, you transform from merely a participant in his life to a captivating character in a story he wants to follow. This journey towards self-discovery and personal empowerment doesn't signify a detachment from romantic interest. Instead, it enhances the emotional tapestry between you. It's about creating a captivating narrative where both of your lives can intertwine, enriched by the experiences you offer each other. When you value what you bring to the table and live your truth, you emit an aura of allure that becomes difficult to resist. The question then becomes, are you ready to embrace the power of your desires and redefine the dynamics in your interactions? As we explore the landscapes of attraction and connection, let's encourage each other to shed the insecurities that society sometimes lays upon us. Your desires matter, and the beauty of embracing them is the paths they can carve, paths leading to deeper connections and a more genuine relationship. As we transition from this exploration of forbidden desires, I invite you to reflect on the magic that happens when you live fully. Are you prepared to take the next step? Join me in uncovering how the art of mystery can enhance your allure and keep him captivated. If you find this journey resonates, be sure to subscribe. We have so much more to uncover together. Now that we've embraced the magnetic power of our forbidden desires, let's gracefully transition into the next captivating theme. How can mystery enhance your allure? Imagine this. You are a beautiful unicorn in a magical forest, surrounded by the mundane. You've stepped into your own unique realm where the ordinary fades away and your individuality begins to sparkle. As you walk through this enchanted space, you realize that mystery is your trusty companion. It's the veil that makes you enigmatic and captivating. When it comes to attracting someone special, the concept of mystery can be a tantalizing game that sets the stage for deeper connections. So how does this playful dance of intrigue work? The art of mystery lies in selective sharing. Think about the last time you revealed everything about yourself in one go. Did it leave him with questions or curiosity, or did it simply shut the door to his imagination? When you choose to keep certain details of your life close to your heart, you essentially become an intriguing puzzle waiting to be solved. This elusiveness doesn't stem from deceit. Rather, it's a way of inviting him to venture into the depths of who you are, encouraging him not just to see you, but also to want to discover more about you. Let's break this down with a relatable scenario. Picture your last dinner date together. You sit there sharing stories and laughter. If you divulge every single detail about your life, the specifics of your morning routine or your career aspirations, it might feel like laying all your cards on the table too soon. Instead, consider sharing just a taste, like a delicious appetizer. A witty anecdote about a challenging day at work can reveal a slice of your personality, but leave him wanting more. Think of intriguing snippets from your interests or hobbies that make him lean in, eager to ask questions. This is where the excitement lies, within the questions that arise from the stories you do share. Curiosity acts as a bridge that connects you more profoundly than straightforward conversations ever could. When you embrace unpredictability in your interactions, you stimulate his mind and emotions, lighting up pathways that draw you closer together. According to Alan Watts, life itself is a play and the performers are the performers. In this performance of attraction, it's essential to incorporate elements of surprise and wonder. What if, during your next conversation, you tease him with hints about your adventurous side, or perhaps share a little quirk that reflects your inner child? Each revelation can foster a more profound bond. Does the thrill of the unknown draw him in? Absolutely. When he is left to ponder what lies beneath the surface, his imagination runs wild. It creates a magnetic pull where he finds himself wanting to know what's behind the veil, which can add layers of desire and urgency in your relationship. Consider this. What do you feel when you encounter someone who has an air of mystery about them? There's a certain charm, isn't there? The allure of discovering a hidden gem often outweighs the comfort of knowing everything up front. However, it's crucial to find a balance. You don't want to be so mysterious that he feels lost or leads to confusion. Think of it like a dance, where the rhythm is perfectly in sync, just enough reveal to keep him intrigued, yet not so much that the music ends too soon. Lightly weave hints of your passions, an old photo of you traveling in a new city, a mysterious book cover that sparks a conversation, or a moment shared at a gathering that captivates him. By allowing him glimpses of the different facets of your personality, he feels invested in uncovering all that you are. So, as we reflect on mystery and allure, I encourage you to embrace this concept as a nurturing component of your approach to attraction. The layers of your identity can be a symphony waiting to be experienced, where each note builds upon the last, inviting him to join in on a beautiful melody of discovery. As we prepare to delve deeper, consider how you can craft this wonderful tapestry of mystery in your interactions. Are you ready to keep the fascination alive and make him curious about the story you represent? Let's continue on this exhilarating path as we explore the vibrant theme of spontaneity and how it can transform your relationships into thrilling adventures. If you're enjoying this journey, don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the dance of attraction and connection. As we transition into our next exploration, let's dive head first into the exhilarating theme, what happens when you embrace spontaneity? Imagine for a moment a life where routine is shaken up, a burst of energy akin to a wildflower emerging through crack in the concrete. When you allow spontaneity to ripple through your relationship, you can transform the mundane into the extraordinary. Think back to a time when you let go of your plans and followed the spark of an unexpected whim. Perhaps it was a last-minute trip to the beach or an impulsive road trip with friends. In those playful moments, life feels electric, and so does attraction. Spontaneity has the power to awaken a sense of adventure, not only within you, but ignites a thrill with him as well. It stirs up primal instincts that have long been dormant, perhaps reminding him of carefree childhood summers or those heart-racing first crushes. When was the last time you and he stepped away from the script of life and indulged in something exciting together, a spontaneous date night where you made no plans other than to explore? Maybe you tried a new food truck in town or took a dance class on a whim, laughing as you both fumbled your way through. These unpredictable encounters aren't just fun, they can be profoundly bonding experiences. As Alan Watts often reflects, life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. So ask yourself, how often do you truly live in the moment? Leaning into spontaneity allows you to both break free from your comfort zones, fostering a sense of liberation that creates a magnetic connection. When you embrace the unexpected, you invite him to join you in a dance where there's no fixed choreography, just a shared celebration of life. Consider the dynamic that shifts when you unshackle yourself from doing what is expected or predictable. Instead of adhering to set patterns, try to introduce little surprises. Leave a note in his bag that hints at an adventure you're planning, or suggest a midnight snack run to a diner you both love. The element of surprise can cultivate familiarity and warmth while keeping the spark alive. Each moment you carve out of your routine becomes a thread that weaves a vivid tapestry of memories, a story he'll want to be a part of. Think about it. When he sees you step outside the confines of expected behavior, it portrays confidence, a fascinating quality that can heighten his attraction toward you. The message you're sending is that you are someone who isn't afraid to embrace life as it comes. When you let loose and embrace the joy of spontaneity, you're reminding both him and yourself that love isn't just about deeply scheduled nights out. It's about shared laughter, unfiltered joy, and celebrating the unexpected. Moreover, leaning into spontaneity encourages open communication and enhances mutual trust. When you're both willing to venture into the unknown, it cultivates a safe space where both your personalities can shine. You might surprise each other with how much fun you can have just by letting things unfold naturally. Think of this exploration not as a quest for checkbox romance, but rather as an adventure where new experiences exist to be embraced. Now, here's a thought to ponder. How might this sense of adventure unlock a magnetism neither of you expected? The thrill of being playful with your dynamic not only invites laughter, but strengthens your bond, inspiring both of you to lean into your curiosities and interests. It becomes about creating a profound connection steeped in shared emotions and memorable experiences. As we reflect on the transformative power of spontaneity, ask yourself, what little pleasures can you embrace to bring forth that thrilling energy into your relationship? Will you dare to be playful, to surprise him, and to create lasting memories? These moments can contribute to a beautiful symphony of laughter, joy, and adventure. With this powerful theme in mind, let's prepare to explore another crucial element, one that touches on vulnerability and strength, as we ask the question, is vulnerability the ultimate form of strength? If this exploration resonates with you, please subscribe and let's continue uncovering the layers of attraction and connection together. As we delve deeper into this rich exploration of relationships, let's transparently examine a compelling and often misunderstood theme. Is vulnerability the ultimate form of strength? Picture this. You're standing on the shoreline, watching the ocean waves crash and recede. Just as the waves expose the treasures of the sea and carry them back into the depths, vulnerability allows us to reveal our innermost selves and simultaneously brings the possibility of connection. It's a dance of trust where sharing our true feelings can foster a profound bond. Yet many of us instinctively fear that exposure. Why is that? In a world that often champions strength over sensitivity, embracing vulnerability can feel risky, even counterintuitive. However, vulnerability is a powerful connector. It shows courage to soften the armor we may wear as a shield against disappointment or rejection. Alan Watts posits that life's essence lies not only in what we pursue, but in how deeply we experience each moment. So, let's explore. What if being open about your fears, dreams, and insecurities is not a sign of weakness, but rather a signal of great strength? The first step in nurturing vulnerability is recognizing that your feelings are valid. When you choose to express emotions, whether it's joy, fear, or heartache, you're taking an essential step toward authenticity. This is magnetic. Think of a time when someone opened up to you. Wasn't there something both disarming and engaging about their willingness to share? It invites you to reciprocate, to peel back layers of your own. In relationships, this willingness can foster empathy and intimacy, leading to a deeper understanding of each other. Now, let's think about how to apply this to your interactions with him. Sharing experiences and emotions, like your aspirations for the future or memories from your past that shaped you, creates a sense of closeness. Imagine revealing a story about a challenging moment in your life, how it molded you into who you are today. When you open up about your journey, it offers him a window into your soul, allowing him to connect not just with your external self, but with the heart of who you are. So here's a guiding question. How can you gently weave vulnerability into your conversations without feeling overwhelmed? One of the simplest ways is through storytelling. Each tale you share adds depth to your character and invites him in to witness your world. Perhaps it's a heartfelt story about family, a friendship that shaped you, or a challenge you overcame. These moments exemplify both struggle and growth, illustrating resilience and beauty woven into your life's fabric. Let's consider another layer. When you embrace vulnerability, it can liberate him too. Your openness can create a safe haven for him to share his own fears and dreams. It's a mutual exchange that deepens trust and encourages deeper conversations. This creates a resilient bond designed to weather life's storms. The reciprocal vulnerability creates a nurturing foundation, much like the roots of a tree intertwined, supporting one another as they grow together. However, it's important to strike the right balance. Vulnerability doesn't mean exposing every nook and cranny of your soul all at once. Share your feelings thoughtfully and gradually, allowing the space for him to reciprocate at a comfortable pace. Remember, vulnerability should feel like an invitation, not an obligation. As you dance between sharing and withholding, reflect on how this practice of vulnerability can shape your connection. Are there stories or feelings you've held back that could build that bridge of intimacy? Are you ready to let down those walls, even just a little bit, and allow him to see a more authentic version of you? Ultimately, this journey into vulnerability is about celebrating not only the strength it takes to be open, but also the beautiful connections that are born from this shared bravery. When we allow ourselves to be seen, our passions, quirks, and insecurities, we turn our relationships into intricate tapestries woven together with threads of honesty and transparency. So, are you prepared to embrace this profound aspect of attraction together? As we move forward in this exploration, we'll consider another powerful dimension to our relationships, the power of appreciation and gratitude. If you find this conversation resonates, I invite you to subscribe, and let's continue transforming our interactions into nurturing and deeply fulfilling connections. As we journey deeper into the essence of connection, let's turn our focus to a transformative theme: the power of appreciation and gratitude. Imagine for a moment a garden flourishing under the sun, its vibrant blossoms a direct reflection of the care and attention it receives. Just as flowers need nurturing to bloom, our relationships flourishes through genuine appreciation and gratitude. This is an often overlooked aspect, yet it can ignite a transformative spark in your interactions. When you express appreciation, you create an environment where both you and he can thrive emotionally. Think back to a time when someone acknowledged your efforts. Maybe it was a simple thank you note or a heartfelt compliment. How did that make you feel? A warm glow, I assume. Now consider that same effect when you articulate your appreciation for him. It's more than just words. It's a signal that you see him, you value him, and you hold space for him in your life. This acknowledgement forms the bedrock of mutual respect and affection. Start by taking inventory of what you genuinely appreciate about him. Is it the way he makes you laugh, the little gestures he offers, like holding the door or remembering details about your life? Perhaps it's his ambition that inspires you. The act of voicing these appreciations can create a ripple effect, a positive feedback loop, inviting him to reciprocate. When you acknowledge the small things, it reinforces the bond between you, deepening your emotional connection. In the words of Alan Watts, gratitude is not just a reaction, it's a state of mind. It enables you to see the beauty and goodness in everyday moments, transforming the mundane into something truly special. Let's consider the power of verbalizing your gratitude. Try to weave those moments into your daily interactions. You might say something when you made me breakfast this morning. It reminded me of how thoughtful you are. A gentle reminder of his impact can uplift the mood and illuminate the beauty of your relationship together. Another important aspect is understanding that appreciation isn't only about gestures. It's also about intentions. When he invests time or energy into planning a weekend together, or simply listens to you after a tough day, those moments deserve recognition. When you show you notice these things, you cultivate a sense of belonging and comfort. It encourages him to continue these gestures and expressions and creates a nurturing environment that can foster deeper intimacy. Now, let's think about the role of gratitude in overcoming challenges. Relationships are not always smooth sailing. Storms can brew unexpectedly. During these times, the habit of expressing appreciation becomes crucial. Reflect back on moments of conflict or tension. In those moments, remembering and articulating what you're grateful for about each other can shift perspectives. Gratitude gently redirects focus from the disagreements to the shared love and respect you have. Have you ever noticed how gratitude inherently contains an element of generosity? It's about offering kindness without expecting something in return. This selflessness reinforces the idea that love expands through giving and receiving. So, how can you cultivate this culture of appreciation in your relationship? Consider initiating a gratitude practice. At the end of your day or week, take time to share what both of you appreciated. It could be around a shared meal or a quiet moment together, creating a space for each of you to express how you feel seen and valued. The ritual can be as simple as a journal entry or sharing thoughts aloud, but the commitment to expressing gratitude fosters closeness. As we reflect on the influence of appreciation and gratitude, ask yourself, how often do you celebrate the good moments? Are there ways you can enhance this practice in your relationship? So now, as we prepare to transition into our next exploration, consider the profound impact that appreciation can have on your connection. Acknowledging each other not only elevates your partnership, but nourishes the bond you're building together. With this potent theme in mind, let's move forward to explore the crucial element of emotional availability. If you resonate with this journey, I encourage you to subscribe so we can continue uncovering the beautiful layers of love and connection together. As we step into this vital exploration, let's unravel the essence of emotional availability. Picture a serene lake, calm and reflective, where the depth beneath the surface tells more stories than the eye can see. This serene depth is similar to the emotional availability we bring into our relationships. When we cultivate emotional availability within ourselves, it invites deeper understanding, connection, and intimacy with our partners. So, what does emotional availability truly mean? At its core, it signifies the readiness to engage, express, and connect emotionally, not just with yourself, but also with your partner. It's about being present, willing to explore feelings, and open to sharing your vulnerabilities. Being emotionally available means more than just existing in the same space. It's about actively participating in the emotional dance of your relationship. To grasp this concept more fully, consider the times you might have held back your emotions, maybe out of fear, past trauma, or the stresses of daily life. We all have our reasons for building walls, often believing it keeps us safe. Yet, if we truly examine these barriers, we may discover that they can form a thick fog, obscuring clear communication and understanding. As Alan Watts so eloquently puts it, barriers can be deceptive. They might keep us feeling secure, but they also block the flow of connection. One practical way to cultivate emotional availability is through self-reflection. Do you take time to check in with your own feelings? Understanding your emotions is the first step to sharing them with someone else. Engage in practices like journaling, mindfulness, or even simple moments of quiet reflection. Asking yourself questions like, what am I feeling right now? Or what do I truly need from this moment? Can unveil layers of emotional complexity you might not have noticed before. And let's talk about communication. Once you've identified your emotions, the next step is to share them with him. Honesty is the key here. For example, if you've had a challenging day at work and are feeling stressed, instead of burying that feeling under a smile, communicate it. Saying something like, I've had a tough day and could use some time to unwind, opens a door for him to support you. It also shows that you trust him enough to let him in, modeling the emotional availability that fosters a deeper connection. Now, consider the impact of being emotionally available during intimate moments. It allows you to connect on deeper levels, fostering vulnerability and understanding. It might mean having those late-night conversations where you both share dreams and fears, or it could be a simple moment when you reach out for his hand in a moment of uncertainty, showing that you're willing to navigate life together. However, it's essential to recognize that emotional availability isn't just about sharing your highs. It's also about being open during lows, supporting one another through life's ebbs and flows. Picture the connection formed when you're both riding the waves of life together. Sometimes it's smooth sailing, and at other times, the storm may create rocky waters. Yet being emotionally available means you're committed to navigating those waters together toward calmer shores. Have you ever experienced moments when you felt isolated in your relationship? When communication seemed stunted or emotions felt concealed? Those moments often highlight a gap in emotional availability. Reflect on whether your partner exhibits signs of emotional availability too. Is he willing to delve into his feelings, or does he tend to retreat into silence? Building emotional availability is a two-way street. Both partners must be engaged in this process. So how can you foster this emotional landscape together? Creating rituals for open dialogue can build a foundation of trust. It could be as simple as setting aside time each week for honest conversations, or even engaging in activities like cooking a meal together that encourage interaction and connection. Be intentional about checking in. Ask how he is feeling, what weighs on his mind, and what brings him joy. These small gestures can cultivate a robust emotional garden, allowing both of you to thrive side by side. As we reflect on the importance of emotional availability, consider what steps you can take to nurture this space in your relationship. Are there ways you can enhance your own emotional awareness? And how might that impact your dynamic with him? As we prepare to move into the final theme of our exploration, let's ponder the beautiful interplay of emotional availability as we transition into the power of forgiveness. If you find these discussions resonate, I invite you to subscribe so we can continue navigating the intricate tapestry of attraction and connection together. As we embark on our final exploration, let's delve into the power of forgiveness. Picture a beautiful, sprawling oak tree. Its massive trunk tells stories of resilience, bending in strong winds yet standing firm. This tree symbolizes the strength that lies in forgiveness, the ability to weather the storms of conflict and hurt, allowing love to flourish anew. Forgiveness not only heals old wounds, but also offers a path toward deeper intimacy and connection. Think about it. In any relationship, misunderstandings, mistakes, and moments of hurt are inevitable. We're all human, prone to err judgments and rash words. It's part of life's complex tapestry. But how we navigate these stumbles can define the strength and depth of our connection. Alan Watts reminds us that to hold on to bitterness is akin to carrying heavy stones. It weighs us down and obscures our path forward. But when we choose to forgive, we lighten our load, making space for healing and love to flourish. So, what does true forgiveness look like in a relationship? It's much more than simply saying, "I forgive you," and moving on as if nothing happened. It's an active, intentional choice to embrace your partner despite the imperfections, acknowledging the hurt while also recognizing their inherent worth. It's a gentle reminder that love does not merely dwell on faults, but strives to rise above them. Let's explore the process of forgiveness together. First, it begins with understanding. When conflicts arise or hurtful words are exchanged, take a moment to reflect. What led to these actions? Why did he respond in that way? And what unmet needs or perspectives might have shaped his behavior? Seeking to understand where he's coming from can open the door for conversation and healing. It's about viewing the situation through a lens of compassion rather than judgment. Next, engage in open dialogue. When emotions run high, it's crucial to create a safe space for discussion. Choose a quiet moment to voice your feelings calmly. You could say something like, "I felt hurt when this happened," inviting him to share his perspective without putting him on the defensive. This type of honest conversation helps dismantle misunderstandings and paves the way for healing. However, forgiveness isn't just about talking. It's also about the internal work we do to free ourselves from resentment. Have you ever noticed how holding on to past grievances can cloud your present experiences? The more you cling to the feelings of anger or disappointment, the more difficult it becomes to reconnect with love. Releasing this emotional baggage allows you to experience the world and him in a more vibrant, joyful way. Here's where the power of emotional release becomes significant. Engage in practices like journaling, meditation, or even engaging in physical activities that help shift your emotional state. With each step you take toward letting go, you reclaim the freedom to love fully without the chains of past hurts pulling you back. Now, let's discuss the importance of mutual forgiveness. It's essential to recognize that both partners play a role in healing. If he has hurt you, yes, it may take time for the wounds to heal, but also consider that he may require your forgiveness if he's struggling with his own feelings of guilt or regret. Mutual forgiveness strengthens the bond, allowing you both to let go of the past hand in hand. So, how do you initiate this powerful healing process? Maybe it's about having a moment of reckoning where you express how much you value the relationship. You might say, "I care deeply about us, and I want to move forward together." By creating this foundation, forgiveness becomes an act of love instead of a chore. Let's pause for reflection. How has the absence of forgiveness impacted your relationship? Are there specific grievances that weigh heavy on your heart? And conversely, how can you create an atmosphere of forgiveness moving forward? Consider ways to embrace both the joy of connection and the forgiveness necessary for growth. As we draw this entire exploration to a close, remember that the emotional landscape of a relationship is vast and dynamic, filled with chances for connection and understanding. Appreciation, vulnerability, emotional availability, and forgiveness are intertwined paths that lead you to deeper intimacy and lasting love. Our journey sheds light on the tapestry of relationships we weave together. Each thread, each action, moment, and choice comes together to form something beautiful. So, as you step forward on this path, I invite you to reflect, apply, and embrace these elements in your relationship. And if you resonate with this conversation, don't forget to subscribe. Together, let's continue exploring the depths of love, connection, and growth, nurturing the bonds that make life truly extraordinary.